Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Dominatore Del Mare DD8009 Patriota. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Porn Sarpy H1, and Grogu's wearing my Haley 9012. Grogu said that Master Skywalker made them help with the Academy Garden. When Ben Solo was preparing a new planting, Wampy kept trying to tell him what to do. Ben was upset and said, "Look, this isn't my first road-a-hole." All right, let's take a look at the watch. I didn't close the lid all the way, because if you close the lid all the way, there's nowhere to grip it, to open it. It's a real pain. But here it is. In case you missed my unboxing, here's the unsigned warranty card. You get 2 years. And here are the instructions for the Patriota. And let's take a look at the watch. Here it is. It's not bad looking, but this is a $480 watch if you buy it from their website. And I don't know, doesn't look like a $480 watch. This is the first Dominatore Del Mare on my channel. This was my monthly Watch Gang selection, and I had never heard of this brand before. I joined Watch Gang to broaden my channel beyond my usual AliExpress selections, and that way it has succeeded. But I can't imagine my viewers purchasing this watch at $480 list price from the Dominatore Del Mare website. I don't see these watches on popular gray market dealers Joma Shop and Ashford. There are a few on eBay. This is a 200-meter dive style watch, as it is not ISO 6425 certified. I doubt if it could pass certification due to the inadequate loom pip. It is solid steel with a sapphire crystal, and it seems well built. It has a Miyota movement. This Patriota watch comes in 5 other colorways, some on bracelets and others on leather straps. I have no clue why they don't offer both for each color. The leather strap will save you $60. The one they sent me is called Stormy. If you want steel, you can also have it in Fresca and Maroon. If you want leather, there's Albero, Dark Gray, and Rosewood. The watch is 41.5 millimeters if you measure at the bezel, 51.4 millimeters with inverted end links, 12.8 millimeters thick, including the dome crystal. Has a 20 millimeter leg width, which tapers down to 18 at the clasp, and weighs 148 grams on the supplied bracelet with 3 links removed. The bezel is 120 click unidirectional with a aluminum insert, and the action is really good. Nice solid clicks and enough resistance where you're not going to knock it out of place easily. And it seems to line up. And then we have the dial. The dial has the Rehat chapter ring with the minute markers and the minute counters. And then we have the indices, which are batons except for the 12. And if you look between the indices, there are concentric circles there. And then we have the main dial itself. We have the Dominatore Del Mare name and logo up top, and then it says automatic 200 meters on the bottom. Then we have the fence post minute and hour hand, and then we have a second hand that's green with a red tip. There is no loom on the second hand. And then we have the date at the 3. And it looks like the date's about to roll over, so let me finish that. All right, let's get everything out of the way. Then we have a signed push-pull crown. You don't get a screw down, even though this is a 200-meter watch. But we do have significant crown guards, and it's going to be difficult to pop this crown out accidentally. And then we have the crystal. The crystal is a dome sapphire, and I'm assuming there's air coating because this is doing a really good job of not reflecting. And then we have the case. I think they did a good job with the case. The case is solid steel. It's brushed up top, but polished on the sides. Has nice chamfered edges. A good shape to it. The lugs protrude down past the case back, so it sits nice and flat on the wrist. So I'm really happy with the case. Then we have the case back. The case back is a screw down, and it says water resistant 200 meters. Then it says sapphire automatic. movement, and then it says, gives the model number, and then it says all stainless steel, and then you have the Dominatore Del Mare name and logo in the middle. And this is a true screw down case back. I unscrewed it just to make sure. And the reason I unscrewed it was to see what the movement is, and it is because it said Japanese movement on the ad. So I unscrewed it, and I was pretty sure before I unscrewed it that was a Miyota 8000 series, and yes, it is. I don't know if it's exactly a Miyota 8015 or not, but it's a variant of it. It's the 21 joule 3 hertz movement that hand winds, and not all of them hack, but this one does. And it has a unidirectional rotor and about 40 hours of power reserve, and they're fairly accurate right off the shelf, but I'll go ahead and put it on the time grapher and see if they did any regulation or anything. Here we are on the time grapher. As you can see, this watch is all over the place. Sometimes it's 5 seconds fast, sometimes it's 11 seconds fast, sometimes it's 13 seconds fast. So it's not being very consistent. And look at that amplitude, it's really low, even though I set the lift angle to 49 degrees of a Miyota 8215 movement. So, yeah. So obviously they did not regulate this at the factory. But at least it's running fast and not slow. The bracelet's a 3-link oyster style with solid inverted end links. And we have brush middle links also. And we have push pins, not screw pins. Normally this is the part where I say I'm perfectly happy with push pins, but that's on my $100 minus AliExpress watches. This is a $480 watch and doesn't have screw pins. So that just sounds kind of not what you would expect on a $480 watch. You also have a press clasp and 3 holes of micro adjust. It is signed. But yeah, the bracelet's very basic. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. It looks nice and wears nice. Once again, those lugs curve down enough where it contours to the wrist pretty good. And it has good weight, good balance. So yeah, I like the wearability, and it does look nice. Watch Gang removed 3 links to fit on my wrist. So yeah, you should be able to wear this 8.5, no problem. Possibly 8 3/4. Here we're in the loom room, just wearing the watch for review purposes. I could tell the major hands had loom, but not sure about the rest of it. As we speed up the time, we see a pretty good glow of green C3, but the indices and the 12 begin to fade fairly fast. The loom pip is only slightly better than the markers, but at least the major hands are much stronger, although not great. It's too bad the loom pip doesn't keep up with the minute hand as they work together on a dive watch. What I like about this watch, it looks and wears nice. I really like this case, especially these lugs slope down enough that wears nice and flat and has good bezel action. What are my gripes and groans? The loom pip doesn't keep up with the minute hand. Press clasp on a watch that costs more than $400. No screw down crown, and it has the Miyota 8000 series for this price also. Do I recommend this watch? I'm torn. Anyone who is familiar with my channel knows that I don't like playing the you could get a better watch for the money game, but for $480, I just can't avoid that. You could buy a Steinhardt, for God's sake. Maybe if it has a 9000 series Miyota. But if this watch speaks to you, it's not a hunk of junk. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Dominatore Del Mare Patriota. And I'll be back with another review. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this watch, I'll leave a link to the Dominatore Del Mare website. I do not have an affiliate link with them. I will get no commission from them. And Dominatore Del Mare doesn't even know about this review. Bye.